just arrived at Speaker's Corner shortly following the protest we attended at Jonathan Bucky. So essentially we were here at Speaker's Corner. We saw like a crowd around away from us. Saw an individual called Shamsi discussing with a Shia uncle. We're surprised to see this. Why? Because only not too long ago we were told not to discuss with Shamsi. He said he doesn't discuss with people of innovation. As soon as we saw it, we were surprised. Why is Shamsi discussing with a Shia person?
An elderly man as well.
An elderly man as well. Generally,
from kids to elderly.
From kids to elderly. So it seems that his targets seem to be very individualistic and
simple-minded.
Weak opponents, generally. I don't know the uncle from before. So then we go towards the circle. Sayyid Ali advises the uncle that
not to speak to this guy.
Not to speak to him, because he's only gonna make a point, do a hit and run, and then leave the circle. That's the style of Shamsi as we all know it. He makes a point, and as soon as the other opponent doesn't even get a chance to finish, he leaves and runs off with his crew, and then gives an explanation for it to his own people. Like, it's only his own people that are getting the benefit from it, to be honest. He's not talking to anyone.
His acolytes.
So as soon as Sayyid Ali manages to try and grab this person away, the Shia uncle, what happens?
The Sahaba.
Shamsi comes in and says, "Oh look, it's the Rafida here." He starts shouting and appealing to the crowd. Sayyid Ali stops the hype and he says, "Listen, let's have a conversation.
If you want a discussion, let's time it.
Let's time it. Let's have a discussion."
We have a 3-minute discussion. We have 3-minute rounds, which he didn't agree on.
He didn't agree on.
He changed it to 2. I said 2 minutes, which he didn't agree on. Then he came to 1 minute.
1 minute. He says, "You know what? You have 1 minute to speak. I won't interrupt you."
Which, by the way, he didn't agree on that either.
Yeah.
He didn't agree on that.
True. He didn't agree
just
on
wanted a
literally.
monologue.
So Shamsi just kind of shouts out from the top of his voice,
Monologue.
"Give me that one," the same thing he's been saying for about the past 2 years, and he's got an answer to, but he continues to say it. "Give me one verse of the Quran that explicitly says to follow the Ahlulbayt." So then, before Sayyid Ali has a chance to reply, Shamsi interrupts him. He does this 2 or 3 times until Sayyid Ali comes to a point. He says, "I'm going to say what I want to say, and you're not going to interrupt me." Sayyid Ali then says,
I said one thing to him, and this is, again, for those who know me, they know that I'm quite a fair person, and I'm always willing to have dialogue with anyone, and I always keep it respectful. But as you can see, Shamsi was afraid of that. He was afraid of being timed because he knew the repercussions of that. He knew what would happen. And as Zain mentioned earlier, this is the same guy who's afraid. He has a principle. This principle is that he doesn't have debates with Ahl Bidah. What he means to say is he doesn't debate those Shias who slightly learned. I mean, obviously I don't consider myself learned, but he would never have a discussion with somebody who's slightly well acquainted to Sunni Hadith literature. True. Nevertheless, I said to Shamsi, that's fine. I will prove to you the concept of Imamat from the Holy Quran, or Imamah from the Holy Quran, on one condition.
You'll answer his question that you can follow the Ahlul Bayt in the Quran on one condition.
Yeah, one condition.
Yeah.
And that is you accept that you're a kafir and a fasiq. Simple. Why? Now,
why is that?
Why? Because let me explain to you why.
That's some extreme opinion.
Why did I say this? The moment I said this, you could see the reaction from Shamsi's face. He became extremely afraid.
Yeah.
He became afraid because he knew that according to the principles of their own scholars, anybody who asks for evidence directly from the Quran alone is apostate. He's an apostate and he's a transgressor. So, as you can see, Shamsi is nowhere to be seen. He's fled from the scene, similar to what his ancestors did at Siffin as well.
Yeah. So that reference says that if anyone asks
for evidence from the Quran
only, what are they?
They're a kafir and a fasiq.
That's his own Salafi scholars.
Yeah, Salafi scholars. The ones he respects.
Yeah.
Anyway,
do we know any reference?
Let's look at the inconsistency here. This is the same Shamsi when he debates with the Christian missionaries like Bob. There's an individual called Bob. Bob asked him a question. He said to him, "Listen, you prove to me the Shahada from the Quran alone."
What did he say?
He goes, "You prove to me the Shahada from the Quran alone." Shamsi, what did he say?
From the Quran and Sunnah.
He said from the Quran and Sunnah. So
he never limited
these
himself.
people, when it comes to discussion and dialogues with the Shias, they will always become Quranists.
Yeah, they become Quranists.
Because they know the Hadith doesn't favour them.
True.
Good argument.
Yes.
But here's something which is crucial, which we're all missing. And that is Shamsi saying that you prove to me from the Quran that we must follow the Ahlul Bayt. Thank you, brother Shamsi, for proving to us today
You don't follow the Quran.
that you are distanced from the Ahlul Bayt.
You don't follow them.
You have separated the Quran and Ahlul Bayt.
You made it clear that you don't follow them.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the reason he doesn't want to go to Hadith is because the Hadith are explicitly clear that in the Sunnah it has commanded you to follow the Ahlulbayt as well as the Quran. What hadith is this?
Why don't you quote
hadith.
his favourite scholar that he always quotes? Shamsi's favourite scholar.
Oh yeah.
Barbahari. Look what Barbahari says.
Like 1%, yeah.
It's gone. Unfortunately, it's gone.
Barbahari says it.
Ibn Hazm.
Anyone
many
got
of
it?
the
Someone
scholars.
pull it up, man.
But the point is, listen, at the end of the day, the Ahlul Bayt includes some prominent Sahaba, like Imam Ali alayhi salam Sahaba. So on one hand, you're asking me to prove the evidence of following the Ahlul Bayt, who you agree on. Imam Ali is also part of the Ahlul Bayt and Sahaba, yet the same verses you bring as evidence to prove to following the Sahaba also prove to apply to Imam Ali. So look at the inconsistency.
The point
anyway.
is there's double standards here.
There's double standards.
Whenever he speaks to
Whenever
us,
you,
I
there's one standard.
whenever they speak to us, they become Quranists.
Yeah,
They
that's
become
true.
Quranists.
And according to their own scholars, we know what the fatwa is.
Simple. My advice to brothers out there is not to have discussion.
Do not debate people like
These
that.
Are not
He's
sincere
Ahlul Bidah,
people.
don't debate him. You
Yeah,
know why?
he's actually
Because
Ahlul Bidah.
they're Ahlul Bidah. Don't debate them because they're not sincere. I'm using his own terminology now. He's Ahlul Bidah, he's insincere.
And as soon
because
as
he only wants to speak to people he knows he can actually dominate.
Yeah.
But you don't want to have dialogue with people that actually know their stuff. Not that we're big scholars, but we know a little bit.
And very disrespectful. These people are very,
As in he
they're
was-
very disrespectful people. Notice this.
He was consistently
Why are
shouting.
Muslims, why are non-Muslim people constantly attacking Islam in this park? Why?
Because the people like
It's because the people like this, they come here, they disrespect other religions, they mock them, and then they mock other schools
and
of
then
thought within inside them.
they expect respect for their own religion.
And by the way, let's not forget, at the moment there's a lot of conflict going on, internal conflict, where the same guy, Shamsi, is called a bootlicker. He's actually called a bootlicker because of his religious thoughts. So Muslims are fighting amongst Muslims. You have Salafis versus Salafis. What's this all about?
And the way they're shouting across you, like before you even could finish your point, he's shouting so provocatively, and he's managing.
And he was enticing the crowd.
He's managing.
He was
to
playing
go-
on the crowd.
He was playing on the crowd, and they were being aggressive. Do you know what they started saying as soon as he started raising his voice? Rafida. They curse. Rafida.
Listen, this is my
is it.
Emotional argument.
And although he's not doing it directly,
Al-Mukhatib, rather than speak to Sayyid Ali, let me play drama.
yeah.
It's not drama, bro. It's not drama. You can't have a discussion.
My advice to you, Shamsi, listen, I'll have a discussion with you. Call it a debate, rebuttal discussion, no problem. Anytime, any place. Today you demonstrate that you're not capable of that.
Yeah, you're not capable.
Because you fled. Because
He's
you
done the
knew
same
what
thing
was
with you
going to
before.
happen.
He's not capable.
So that's it, that's all we want to say.
that's
This
it.
is our clarification before he lies.
Yeah. As you will see from the video.
As
You
you'll
will
see.
see from the video, I ask him one
Is
question.
it on video?
Yeah.
He's got his own video.
He's got the video.
He's got his own video.
If
We have it, you know.
No.
Some other channels will upload it because I know there's a lot of censorship going on with some of
There's
the
a lot of
channels.
censorship
lot
in
of
channels.
censorship going down. It's getting kind of call out here in the dunya. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of censorship. Yeah. So what we got to do is put out the whole content.
You gotta be clear. We don't wanna, like Allah said in the Quran, you know, say some bits, hide some bits. You don't wanna do that kind of stuff.
So Shamsi, listen, brother Shamsi, listen. I will debate you on Imam on one condition, that you accept that you're a fasik and a kafir, because this is not my criteria.
Your own principle.
This
Your
is
own
your own
scholars. Your own
principles. I
scholars
will debate you according to your own principles of your own scholars. Simple. That's it.
I think he sold out his religion today.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Inshallah.
Say, Haq Ya Ali.